Guys, this is KuriBros bringing you a 2017 Ancient Gear deck profile with our buddy Josh.
Hey guys. Alright.
Go ahead and explain to us what's in your main deck.
Alright, let's start off with the monsters. We're playing triple copies of Ancient Gear Wyvern. This is your Stratos level deck. It searches for every card that you need with Ancient Gear in its name. So we're going to play 3 copies of that. Also, if monster attacks, your opponent can't activate their monster effects during the battle phase. Alright, cool. So we play 3 copies of him.
And it's just monster effects that they can't activate.
Yes. Also, you cannot set for the rest of the turn once you normal or special him. Alright, cool. So you want to, if you're going to play traps in this deck, you want to set before you activate his effect.
Okay.
Okay. To follow that up, we're playing triple copies of Gear Hunting Hound. On normal summon, this monster flips 600 damage to your opponent. Also, once per turn, you can summon one monster, one Ancient Gear monster, using materials from your hand or field. So you're playing 3 copies of
damage.
Yes. Also, if he attacks, your opponent can't activate any spell or trap cards during the battle phase.
Okay.
3 copies of that.
So initially, the Ancient Gears still have their spell and trap card effect that
your opponent can't
activate. They can activate it. They are mateys.
Yes, they say fuck you to anything that you want to do during the battle phase. Okay, here we go. We're gonna play Gold Gadget and Silver Gadget, 2 each. You only play 2 of each because you don't want to dead draw these too much. Because your deck is still an Ancient Gear deck.
Right.
These cards got support with Ancient Gear deck, and this is a card called Ancient Gear Gadget. It's a 500 attack monster with 2000 defense. It's also good. It's a good searchable card for the next card I'm going to show you.
Does it have the same effect as the other gadgets, or how do they work together?
All right, it works because when this monster is normal or special to summon, you can declare spell, trap, or monster effects. During the battle phase, your opponent can activate them. So you could basically give any of your monsters an Armades effect during the battle phase of the turn.
Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna play 2 copies of these because you need them. They all special each other. So this special him, and then this becomes their name by dumping them. So 2 copies right now. And later on in the video, I'm gonna show you a good combo with these cards. To follow it up, we're playing double copies of Ancient Gear Box because that card is really good. This deck apparently it searches for your card that you need in your hand for fusion materials because this deck is still fusion based. No matter what you're gonna want it's gonna still be fusions. So yeah, whenever this card is added from your graveyard to your hand or searched from your deck to your hand, you can search your deck for a monster with fighter attack or fire defense. But it has to be a machine earth type that you search for his ability. So yeah, you search him or add him from your graveyard to your hand. Search this. Only monster you want in your hand. So 2 copies of Ancient Gear Box. The last Ancient Gears we're playing are 2 copies of Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon. Card is a boss monster. This deck needed this. It needed it so bad.
So it's better than Ancient Gear Golem.
Yes. Gadgetron Dragon, they don't compare to this. It's the only monster you need on the field that could do what it gotta do because it destroys spells and traps. And also, I believe if you tribute Ancient Gear Gadget, since this monster says, if this monster was tributing something by an Ancient Gear monster or a Gadget monster, it gains additional effects. If it was an Ancient Gear monster, it does piercing. If it was a Gadget monster, it can attack twice.
Okay.
Also, this monster attacks.
So that's how you run the gold and the silver gadgets.
Yes. Also, if you attack, your opponent can't activate spell traps or monster effects during the turn this monster is attacking. This monster, if it attacks, you can destroy a spell or trap card on the field. It's good because
you can destroy a spell or trap card.
Yes, it's optional. It's good because I believe if you tribute Ancient Gear Gadget with the field spell on the field, Gear Town, it'll get both effects. I believe. I'm not 100% on that, but it's a good thought for food for thought. So 2 copies of
Ancient Gear. Because it's an Ancient Gear gadget.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
2 copies of that. Last card, 1 Maxi, because Maxi in any deck is still good if you draw it. And your opponent tries to go off, either you're gonna stop or you're gonna probably get OTK because the deck is an OTK based deck.
Right, it's Maxi.
Maxi is good. Play Maxi. Alright. For the spell cards. Oh yeah, also this deck don't play traps. Well, I don't play traps in the deck because it's a waste of time.
Okay, so not one trap.
No traps.
Okay.
We're playing triple copies of Ancient Gear Catapult. It's a good card to start off with. If you control no monster, you can destroy one face-up card you control. If you do, special summon one Ancient Gear monster from your deck, ignoring summon condition. It has a Garrett effect. Also, you can only use this card effect once per turn. It's a hard once per turn, so you can't use it once on the field and then once in the grave. You have to wait until your next turn.
Okay.
So your only target you're going to want to use for this, your best start off with, is triple copies of Gear Town. It's a good card because this card can miss timings too sometimes. Because if someone tries to interrupt the chain, they could make you miss timing with this. If they don't try to interrupt this chain, you can get this summon off easily. This right here won't miss timing. But if it's in the graveyard and you try to pop Gear Town, because it gives you a token, it says you can. This card would probably miss timing, I believe.
So with Catapult and Gear Town, you're gonna have your two boss monsters on the field.
Yes, first turn.
First turn. Okay.
So the target you want to go for is this, or Hunting Hound, or 18 Gear Gadgetron Reactor.
Okay.
Last field spell we're playing is Fusion Recycling Plant. It's a good card because I do play one copy of Polymerization in the deck, and to be able to recycle your cards during end phase is very important because if you recycle Ancient Gear box during end phase, you get to search for a monster. The only target you have it would be Ancient Gear Gadget. You know, it adds to your hand, so you thusly get 2 cards in your hand by using this card in your deck.
Okay.
All right, playing 2 copies of Terraforming. I actually want to bump this up to 3. I want to play 3 copies because you're playing force field spells.
Oh, right. You're trying to get to as fast as possible.
Soon as possible.
Plus, they're the ones that bring out your boss monster, right?
Yes, bring out your boss monster. You could bump this up to 3, but I play 2 right now. Also,
how has it been working for you?
It works pretty good right now. I draw the field spells when I need them, and then I don't like seeing too many copies of this. I don't like opening 3 of these because sometimes it hurts. But you do want to see your field spell as soon as possible because Catapult in Gear Town are like it's like you basically win hand to hand. You win the game. Like your opponent don't have anything to stop that, you're gonna die. 2 copies of Machine Dupe for the card that you need on the field. Say if anything you brick, because you can open bustle with this card, but if you brick, you can just go gear, bring out gear, or what you can do that I like to do is why I play 2 copies of this. You can go Ancient Gear Gadget, use the effect to send a gadget card from your deck to the graveyard, and it becomes his name. So you would send either Gold Gadget or Silver Gadget, depending on what you want. You'll send it to the grave, it'll gain his name. So then you'll target it with Machine Duplication, and you'll summon one for your deck.
Okay. And
then the effect will activate to let you special 1 machine type for your hand. But it has to be level 4.
Right.
Yeah, so you get 3 monsters basically on the field if you have this card combo. So Machine Dupe and Gadget is a good combo. Also, you can overlay for a free monster if you want, or you can let that float. Good card to open up with. That's why I play Machine Dupe, because it unbricks your hands if you have a bricky hand. We're playing 2 copies of Ancient Gear Fortress. It's one of those cards. It's basically a monster reborn on field.
Okay.
That has additional effects. Your opponent cannot activate. Your opponent cannot activate anything in response to an Ancient Gear's monster effect. Also, when during the turn that a normal summon, during the turn that you normal summon an Ancient Gear monster, your opponent cannot target or destroy them. Your Ancient Gear monsters only.
Oh, okay.
And this is not
so
once per turn.
Them.
Yeah, this is not once per turn. So for every Ancient Gear you summon, they get this effect, or they can't be targeted or destroyed.
Okay.
Also, this card is sent from the field to the graveyard. You can special summon 1 Ancient Gear from your graveyard to hand. It's a good card. I played 2 copies of it because it's searchable, and having 3 it can be bricky sometimes. You don't want to open this with 2 copies in your hand unless you're gonna search for it and you have like a way to do something with it. But
Right.
I play 2 copies. Also gonna play 2 copies of Foolish Burial, so you can send catapult. Because sometimes you don't like searching.
Foolish Burial goods.
Yeah, because you can only activate this from your hand if you control no monsters. And
Okay.
that's not fun. Sometimes you want to pop, so you'll send it to the graveyard, pop the fill spell, get a token, and summon from your deck.
Okay.
And that's one of those combos you can go off of. So 2 copies of Foolish Burial goods. Only staples I do play in the deck that everybody should play.
Right.
2 Twin Twisters. It's a good card. Destroy 2 cards by discarding 1. And it's one of those good staples you play. For this fusion cards I play 2 copies of Overlord Fusion. One of these are common. I wish I had 2 OTs. It's about $18.
Yeah,
I feel good.
The OT is really nice.
I feel good about this. Yeah, so that fusion card. And we're playing Power Bond because it's an OTK card. If you summon this guy with this card,
Right.
your opponent is going to die. There is no way they're going to live because they can't battle phase you. They can't do anything during the battle phase. Your opponent's going to die.
So how much attack?
He'll be at 9,000 attack.
9,000.
He has
Wow.
piercing, and he can attack all your opponent's monsters once. With Power Bond,
So you can attack every monster.
yes,
When
he'll be
he's at 9,000.
he'll be at 9,000 hitting your opponent's monsters.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's insane.
Seems like that's the only card you really need.
Sometimes it's at bricks too, because you'll open it with no monsters. Polymerization, because we play Power Plant, and it's searchable. And you want to dump to the grave for Overlord Fusion.
Okay.
And then the 2 cards, Dark Hole and Soul Charge. Soul Charge is good, and Dark Hole get rid of problems.
Self-explanatory.
Now we're going to move on to the extra deck.
Extra deck. Alright.
2 copies of Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. He's your boss monster.
That's your new fusion boss monster,
Yes.
right?
He's lit. You summon this guy, and your opponent has 5 monsters, they're going to die. Because
He attacks everybody.
he takes everything. And he's 4,500. That's not cool. To just sit there with a free 45 hitter. He's full free some of the times because the way you search into the deck, it feels like you just brought him out for no reason. So, 45 boss monster. Follow him up would be Ancient Gear Hauser. He burns your opponent for 1,000 during the main phase. Also, he's unaffected by all card effects on the field. And if he dies by battle, you can special summon 1 Ancient Gear monster from your deck, ignoring his summon condition.
So you can summon any
Ancient Gear. I would go for just Wyvern because you can search for your deck, get material in your hand that you need to make another fusion. But you can kill your opponent with this card. He's level 8, so if you have some fancy ways that you can make a rank 8 monster with using this monster, I would go for go Hope Dragon or some shit like that. It's good. And he takes 2 Ancient Gear monsters to fuse. Other than that, I'm gonna show you the staples I play.
Okay.
For Exceeds. Utopia package. You have to play. If you play Utopia Lightning, you gotta play your regular Utopia. Castell, Diamond Dyer, and Rebellion. Also, we're playing Abyss Dweller because graveyard effects suck in this format.
Right.
For any machine deck, you play Ancient Gear. It's Ancient Gear. Gear Gan X. Search for your machines or recycle your machine for your grave. Because if you get Ancient Gear box from the grave, you get a search. So you get 2 cards Dustly. Heavy Armored Iron Wolf. It's a good attack. He could finish your opponent off, or you can make one of your monster attack directly. So if you want to get him for a free hit, you can summon him. And if he dies by any means, you can search your deck for level 4 and put in your hand.
Okay.
A good card, Spicy Text. We're playing number 59, Crooked Cook. Because
how does he work with the new Ancient Gears?
With this card in this deck, this card is literally the best card in your deck by far. And I think every Ancient Gear player should main deck this in their extra deck. Find a spot for this because this card will save you. What he does is you get to attach a material from this card to destroy all cards you control. Now, it sounds bad, but in this deck it's not, because you could destroy your fill spell and you could destroy Gear Town and Fortress. So you'll destroy Fortress that you summon from your hand or graveyard. The fill spell Gear Town will let you summon one from the deck. And you get 2 monsters. This will most likely end up in OTK because your opponent does not see this coming. And it's once per turn there, every player's turn. So it's a quick effect. It's spell speed too. So summoning him, you just want to get over a monster. You'll trick your opponent and then, pop both cards. And you'll get 2 extra summons from your deck and graveyard or hand. And you could probably kill your opponent from there. This card is actually really, really underrated. It's a good card. Play 1 copy of it at least. For the last card, I play Super Dreadnought Rokan and Gustav Max. Because he can OT.
Have you ever actually summoned that?
Yes. Reactor Dragon. You make him a Reactor Dragon. Because Reactor Dragon can attack. You got a field spot or Fortress on the field. You can pop which one depending on what you have in your hand. You summon another one from your deck, pop a free card in your opponent's field, main phase 2, Gustav Max for 2,000 damage. And 2,000 damage is a lot. It's not as basically using a warning on you, forcing you to use warning just for the cost.
That's very true.
Burning 2,000 is a lot of damage, and since Reactor Dragon is 3,000, and you summon another Reactor, it's 3,000. That's already majority of your opponent's life points, so 2,000 more damage would be game if it was a direct attack.
Right.
So, yeah, and then your opponent, for Reactor Dragon, they can't activate spell traps or monster effects when that monster attacks. So if they don't have if you have a clear field, let's say you open Dark Hole and you clear the field and you make this board, your opponent most likely loses. Unless they have some way to stop Gustav Max effect.
Okay.
But I came across that yet. Usually just combo OTK my opponent. And I'm going to the side deck right now. Side deck is...
You just go ahead.
It's
just optional, more or less, whatever you want to play, or however the meta, it's looking. So, I mean, what are you playing on your side deck right now?
The only cards I hurt my deck per se would be I say Dryden. Dryden is a problem card, so to hurt them, you go 2 Ghost Rabbits. 2 Ghost Rabbits are important because ABC with the fill spells or Buster Drake.
Right.
What else they got? What's it called? What's that one deck? Zodiacs. Yeah, Zodiacs are annoying. So when they try to go up, you can pop their dudes to mess up their plays.
You break it. You break the combo and that's it, right?
Yeah. Then 2 Ghost Rabbits because they're good to break combos. Playing 2 DD Crow because DD Crow hits a graveyard and
same thing, more or less.
Because
for Zeus, Infernoids, Lightorns.
Yeah, targets in the grave they need, so you can banish. And it's not just a monster, it's any card. You can banish any card.
Right.
So, say if they want an Orden and they want to try to get out their the Rapier, you go banish the target. And Rapier will be gone from the game. So 2 DD Crows, important. 2 Lost Winds, because this card can come back from the grave. If your opponent summons from the extra deck, you can set it. And it has to attack permanently. It has to attack permanently and then negates their effect. So I believe you can go into damage step with this card. Okay, if it's a monster that will special summon.
So initially it's like playing 4 Lost Winds.
Yes, because you set 1, you're gonna most likely use it again. Let's say MST it.
Right.
So 2 copies, 3 copies of Dark World Dealing in this deck. Because it's an optional card because sometimes you can draw dead in this deck. You can. Too many copies of a certain card you'll have.
Right.
So if you need it in the grave, say if you draw 2 catapults and you have a monster on the field, you can send one to the grave and plus draw a card. Make a diamond die or pop a card in the field, then use catapult on hand. But you could throw it if you don't want to use it in your hand, you can use it in the graveyard. It's options, It gives you all options. 2 copies of Solemn Strike because effects are annoying.
And it's strike.
It's strike. So you gotta play it. I don't main deck them because this deck it can't afford to set. Maybe game 2 you can. 2 copies of Quaking Mirror Force.
Right.
to open up for the OTK, because if your opponent has a full field of monsters, they can't move them. And not too many people play Dark Hole anymore. So this is a good card to have, because they'll be stuck with that field for a while in the face down defense position, and they can't get rid of it. So yeah, Quake Mirror Force is good. Last two cards is Galaxy Cyclone, because I can Foolish Barrier Blizzard. It is not bad to open up with. And then also you can pop your own field spell with this, or any card you want to pop. Fill your field, your opponent's field. It gives you more options. And then Skill Drain, because 18 gears, Skill Drain, I'm just big beaters, and then negate everything else. It's good.
Right.
And other than that, that's the deck profile.
Okay, is there anything you would like to change about it, add, or just move around other than the triple terraforming?
Yeah, I would like to add Norden and 3 copies of Instant Fusion, because Instant Fusion, Norden is a combo piece. You need that card. You can OTK with a Norden in his deck. And then one more terraforming for the deck. That's all.
Okay, so if you ever do play test it with the new changes, we'll go ahead and just
update you guys
update the profile.
Yeah.
Alright guys, thanks for watching KuriBros. We'll see you next time.